I'm Lawrence Haddad for GAIN. We are here at the UN General Assembly in New York, and we've been here 4 days. Lots of interesting meetings, presentations, initiatives, launches. I have four sort of key takeaways for me on Friday of the week. First one is the UN just released a report on hunger numbers and malnutrition numbers, and it shows for the first time in a long time hunger numbers going up. We're not so sure about what's driving them. We're not even so sure that they really are going up. But it seems like for sure they've stopped going down and they may be going up. And despite this, I didn't hear much about this at hunger this week. And to me, that's very worrying. We can't let the leadership and the complacency creep in on hunger and malnutrition. It's absolutely vital we keep the intensity up and keep the leadership up. That was my first observation. Second observation, more and more I'm hearing about obesity, non-communicable disease, diabetes, hypertension. Perhaps this coincides with the launch of a very big, large new fund set up by the Gates Foundation, the Bloomberg Foundation, and the Zuckerberg Foundation around an initiative called Resolve. I think this is good, and I very much hope that this new initiative sparks others into action, because if we don't deal with NCDs, especially diet-related NCDs, they're going to suck all the oxygen and the resources out of the room to deal with undernutrition and hunger. Third thing that was really quite troubling, I felt, was that I didn't hear much about previous commitments made just 2 or 3 years ago, like the Decade of Action for Nutrition. Hardly anyone talked about that, and we really must have these events build on each other. They can't be a series of loose islands, interesting islands and excellent islands, but they must be a pathway towards a concerted effort to do something about malnutrition in all its forms, not just a collection of interesting events. And finally, and perhaps it's because I've been at GAIN for a year, but I think it's more than that. I've been hearing about the positive role business can play in flipping from being a part of the problem to flipping to being a part of the solution. Obviously, businesses are very keen on this, but I've also heard from the heads of the World Food Programme, the heads of UNICEF, that they firmly believe that businesses have to become part of the solution and can be part of the solution. And the first step in that is to engage with those businesses. If you don't engage, you don't influence. So it's been an interesting week here at the UN General Assembly. Some moments of inspiration, some moments of concern. Very glad that GAIN has been able to be part of it.